Hey everyone, let's redo this one more time. You know, this is a bit of an overview for the Blu-ray that I got recently. You saw this in a package opening of Justice League Unlimited, the complete series. Now you're probably wondering, well, if this is on Blu-ray, why haven't I seen it in stores? It's because basically this is an on-demand title. It's kind of like with this. I don't know if you can read that very well. But it's basically like these DVD. It's basically like this, and some others as well. It's basically an on-demand title that you can only get through, and it even shows it here. I think it even says it right there. The Warner Archive. You can only get it through Warner's Archive, and the reason for that is because, in case you don't know, years ago Warner Brothers decided to open up their Warner Archive and start distributing through the Warner Archive website and the Warner Archive stores, or at least the Warner Brother shop, the WB shop, on-demand titles that you can only get directly from them. Um, like I said, you can only get directly from them. Now, the thing is with Warner Brothers, along with other companies like Disney and Universal and MGM and even Shout Factory, is they have made deals and partnerships with other retailers out there, like online mostly, like with Amazon and even the physical retailers or in-store retailers like Walmart and Target and all that. They've made deals with their online stores to distribute these only online. So, like if you go maybe to Walmart.com or Target.com or wherever, you could probably get this only online. And like I said, mostly the same with Amazon. And that's why you don't see Justice League Unlimited in stores on Blu-ray right now, because of the fact that they want an archive exclusive that you can only get through them directly or get through Amazon, because it seems like they've made tons of copies for Amazon and other online retailers like Walmart.com and Target.com and all them, to distribute to those that want to buy it. Now, hold on. Now I know the one thing that will kind of tick some people off is, why would they do this? Why would Warner Brothers do this? why, or why would any company do this? And it's real simple. Why? Because I think even Zara Nizarak, Sean McLean, answered this in a question that I asked him. He said basically this. I think it's somewhat that the market, it's there, but it's not there like it used to be. So it's a so let's say if Blu-ray was around 2 years before it really took off. In other words, like around 2004, 2005, whatever. There's no doubt that if Blu-ray was around 12 years ago, 12, 11 years ago, whatever, that shows like this would be sold on a retail basis, in stores and all that, ad for you to buy. But unfortunately, they weren't. Excuse me. Unfortunately, they weren't. And Warner Brothers, they did test it. They did test the waters with the Justice League on Blu-ray, but they tested it with its predecessor, Justice League, the predecessor, the original Justice League cartoon that ran several years before this, a few years before this. They did try that, and it was, I think, met with mediocre success. So basically, because it didn't really sell the way they wanted, because of that mediocre success, you know, the only thing they ever did was release it on DVD in volumes and as a complete set. That was it. You know, a Blu-ray was never released until now. But what Warner Brothers did, and what a lot of companies do when it comes to this, is they took it the safe route and said, you know what, we're going to release it on Blu-ray, but we're only going to do it as an online exclusive. In other words, you can only get it through us, or you can get it through any of our online partners like Amazon, Walmart, Target, you name it. So that's, from a business standpoint, that's sound strategy. That's very sound strategy because at least you're not taking a gamble, you're not taking a huge risk on something that may financially not work out for you. But I know a lot of I know a lot of people watching are thinking, well, with Batman versus Superman coming out this year, that why didn't they just do it retail wise? They know people are going to go for it, and that might be true, but still, right now I think you want to take the safe route and just go with MOD, knowing that yeah, you got outlets like Netflix and and such, like Netflix and Hulu and whatever, and Amazon Prime, but but you also know people are going to want a physical copy of it as well, especially nowadays with everything ending up on Blu-ray. I mean, there's a lot of series that people like, even Zara Nizarak, have said would never make it to Blu-ray, and yet are now being considered for it. I mean, take a look what Discotheque's doing with Samurai Pizza Cats, or have done. They're doing a Blu-ray release on that. Go figure. Look what they've done in other countries. Other countries, video distributors have taken shows like Brave Star, He-Man, She-Ra, 80s cartoons that I grew up with back then, and now they're distributing them on Blu-ray as well. And that obviously is getting influenced over here to the US, and now you're starting to see that become more so here. Which it might be good, may not be good. But anyway, getting back to this, as great as the sound strategy is to do this as a Blu-ray on-demand title, which kind of shows you now that companies like Warner Brothers and Disney and so on are starting to do Blu-ray on-demand movies, which you can only get exclusively online through them and their partners. Even though that's great and everything, sometimes there are some mistakes that will happen. Now, just like with online exclusives, you can only get certain features online. Like here, you get commentary on episodes This Little Piggy and The Return and Justice for All. You get, basically, you get creative commentary on This Little Piggy and The Return, and you get the bonus features of Justice for All, the process of revamping the series with new characters and new creative direction. Cadamus Exposed, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, if you will, and series creative personnel discuss the popular series story arc. Justice League Chronicles, series writers, producers, directors discuss their favorite moments from final season episodes, which is pretty good, which you can only get on here. I don't know if you got that on the DVDs or anything, but you can only get on here on the Blu-ray as an online exclusive, because basically it is an online exclusive. But like I said, even though it's sound strategy to, not risk doing it on a retail in-store kind of direction, but do it mostly as an online on-demand deal, as great as sound an idea and strategy as that is, there are also some mistakes that get made. One of the mistakes I noticed with this is you would think that, okay, they got the Trinity, right? They got two members of the Trinity, right? Now you would think this disc right here that my hand's over would have Wonder Woman. I mean, you have Batman here, you have Superman there, so you would think Wonder Woman would be the middle one, right? Well, here's where sometimes the on-demand gets a little bit wonky, and sometimes it is more better to try to do retail with these kind of things than anything, because unless they're trying to promote that Unlimited was not just about the Trinity, but about all the other DC superhero characters involved, then I can understand this character being here. But if not, then obviously someone needs to go back and take lessons on who is Wonder Woman and what she looks like, because the character in between Batman and Superman, it ain't Wonder Woman, it's Black Canary. Now, now I know some people might say, well, that's kind of stupid, right? You think that people at Warner Brothers would notice that, right? And they should have. But here's another thing: even though they give us the special features, the one thing they don't give us a listing. Yeah, there's no listing of any of the episodes anywhere. They don't give us a listing. No listings whatsoever. And that, again, those are some of the pros and cons with it. But overall, when I look at this, I'm just glad to have Justice League Unlimited on Blu-ray. When I heard it was coming out, I wanted to get it. I thought at first, like anybody, oh, it's going to be probably in retail stores like my job. That's not the case. It's an on-demand title. It's Warner Archive, which also shows you, like I said, companies like Warner Brothers are now dipping into Blu-ray territory for the on-demand titles because everything's going Blu-ray. So overall, though, I do recommend getting this, especially if you're looking forward to the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice movie. I really recommend you guys getting this, for your collection. It doesn't cost too much. It's about the average of what you would get in stores for a complete series on Blu-ray. So I do recommend getting it. And again, you can, you can decide whether or not you think it's, it should have been released on a worldwide scale, retail, in store, whatever. But I do recommend getting it because it is worth getting. You know, it really is worth getting. So um, altogether, it runs at a total of 897 minutes altogether, the entire series. So, just really glad to have it. And like I said, with the exception of no episode listings and the fact that Black Canary is on a disc instead of Wonder Woman, which you would think, being the Trinity, they would have done that. Um, I'm still good. I'm still glad to have it. Hopefully they'll make up for this. If they do decide to go retail to kind of help promote the movie, maybe they'll make up for it and kind of fix things up. But but if you do, but the one thing is Wonder Woman, she is right there, so we don't have to worry about that. But anyway, I do recommend getting it, especially if you've already got the Justice League series, the predecessor to this, on Blu-ray already. I suggest getting this one to complete your collection. So that's about it on my overview of the Justice League Unlimited Blu-ray release. I'm sorry if I rambled on a little bit, but let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.